What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? We are back for another episode of Camp Getaway, season 1, episode 7. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. So look, we pick up where we left. I got a lot to say. We picked up where we left off with Glenn, drunk as hell, he just drunk as hell, honey, and he wants to talk to David that night. And they were like, no, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe you shouldn't. And he gets up, he's walking around, then he starts banging his walls, and it's just a lot going on with Glenn. And what I found very interesting is that Monica did not get her ass out that bed. The clinical psychologist, the person with the mental health degree, did not get her ass out that bed to go help Glenn. Monica was like, it's been a long weekend, and it was been a late night. I need Glenn to put his drunk ass in the bed and leave me the fuck alone. Monica was like, he all right? And rolled the fuck back over. But you know what, though? I can't even be mad, Monica, because I've done the same damn thing. Now, but I don't have a degree in mental. Okay. So, they get Glenn to bed. So, the next day, of course, Glenn is now all embarrassed and looking crazy. You know, probably having flashbacks of what he did or didn't do the night before. He don't even have his toga. And when they told him he left his toga in the boathouse, then he was sitting there like, oh, yeah, oh, your toga is in the boathouse. Because at first he was like, David is just overreacting, but that's when he was still drunk. So I'm not gonna hold that against him that he was still drunk. David was like, listen, I'm gonna talk to you, and he gonna tell David, can we talk now? David, you know what I love about David? I like David because David be on that shit like I be on that shit. David was like, no. We gonna talk when I'm ready to talk. You don't get to say, can we just talk now? Hell no, we gonna talk when I feel like talking. You don't get to tell me when we gonna talk. So, anyway, so we go through the week. We see them doing different things during the week, and we back for the weekend. It is a wedding weekend, meaning that the whole weekend is geared towards this couple that's getting married. I don't forgot their name, child, don't matter. But it's their wedding, and they've rented out the whole camp for the wedding party. Now, I don't know how much it is. It's a glare, y'all. I'm sorry. Now, I don't know how much it is to rent out the whole camp for the weekend, but I am pretty certain it's not cheap. And they say that the bride is a social worker. I bet you the groom ain't no damn social worker. Because I don't know how you affording that on the groom ain't no social worker. Stay out my video. Anyway. So we get there on Friday night, and what we find out is that the social coordinators will not be doing social coordinating because they don't need them to do the coordinating because there are no guests there other than the wedding party and the guests for the wedding. And so basically the goal for everybody is to just make sure that the wedding party is happy, make sure we don't have no bridezilla situations, make sure that the groom feel like he got his money's worth for whatever it is they paying for this wedding, however, whoever, whatever. And so the staff is going to kind of sort of be like on manual labor really for the weekend. They're not going to have those glamorous, yeah, we get to drink and party all night with the guest type job. They're going to have those, okay, we need to be serving, taking down, setting up, and you know, all that other good stuff, child. So Monica wasn't really here for it from the beginning. Monica was like, I got too many degrees, I got too much student loan debt, I make too much money, and I got a DR in front of my name or a PhD behind it, however the fuck it fall down for me to be waiting nobody's tables. And I'm gonna be honest again, I listen, I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have been like, I'm gonna sit this weekend out. I'm gonna just go on back to Connecticut. I got some paperwork to do. Got some charts to read or something. I don't know if I would have stayed either, and I just don't know if that's my ministry. That ain't what I signed up for. When I checked the box on my application, I didn't check, you know, maid service, turn down service, food staff. I mean, there's no disrespect, but that just ain't what I applied for. I'm just saying. But Neely goes to talk to David. Now let me say this, Neely, you a good friend. You earned a few more points from me this weekend because you had lost some. Not that you give a fuck, but you had lost some. But you earned some back for me this weekend because one, that was a class act move that you did. Even though I'm with David, I feel like David was like, because, Neely was like, listen, I just want to talk to you about what's going on with Glenn. Like, I know there's no excuse for how Glenn acted. However, Glenn is going through a lot. He's got the situation with his dad. He's in mourning, and that's just not his normal, that's just not who he normally is. And, I know there's no excuse, but I just really want you to take that into consideration when you figuring out what you're going to do with him. And David was like, I mean, that's all well and everything, but there's just no excuse to act the way you acted. Like, there's just no excuse for it, honey. There's just no excuse for it. On no job is that acceptable. Like, there's no job where it's acceptable for you to just do what he did. And I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. But he did, but when they got there, he called Glenn, asked Glenn to get there early so they could talk. And he told Glenn point blank, he was like, listen, I was 120% ready to fire you. Like, it was a done deal. You was out, done data. However, Neely came and she advocated on your behalf. And so you need to go buy her a bouquet of flowers, buy her favorite bottle of wine or something, because she really advocated for you. And because of that, I'm going to give you a second chance. But no drinking. I don't want to see no drops of alcohol in your hand at any point in time while you are on my premises. And number two, you just can't be with the guests no more. Which really sucks, because Glenn actually was really great with the guests. Like, he really was. He really was. And so it really is unfortunate that he kind of had to do that. But Glenn was like, listen, I'll do whatever it is that you need me to do. I'm sorry. Like, I know there's no excuse for my behavior, but, like, thank you for giving me another try. Whatever. So, that was that. Why Randall can't get to camp on time? Like, she had a wedding one week. The another week she had an appointment. She was getting her boot off. Like, why Randall can't never get to camp when everybody else is getting to camp? I just need to know. I just need to understand why. Maybe it's her job shit. I don't know. But Randall ain't never there on time. But either way, we get to camp. And of course, Monica and I figured out why Monica and Sophia are always there first. Because they're coming from Connecticut. The camp is in Connecticut. So they probably live closer than everybody else. Because I think everybody else is in New York. Even though Gavin is from Connecticut, I believe he lives in New York. Because him and Glenn were hanging out during the week. And they were riding together and all that other stuff. So I feel like that's what it was. Now, they get there and Glenn comes and lets them know what happened. And Monica was like, you really did get off easy, because I seen David fire people for less. Now let me step away from my reviewer duties for a second, and let me just go and break it down. At the end of the day, I think if there were no cameras rolling and that had been what it was, I feel like Glenn would have been gone. Like, if no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I think a part of the reason why Glenn is still there is because they were damn near done filming the season, and it was at the end. And I think that there were some other considerations. I'm just gonna be real. That's my opinion. I don't have no facts. That's my 2 cents. So, anyway, so John and what's his wife's name? What's his wife now? John. Anyway, John is the groom. I didn't write the name down of the bride and groom. I apologize, y'all. Normally I write the people's name down. I ain't write their name down. But they basically, they just want what any other bride and groom wants for their wedding weekend. They wanted to be they wanted to be full of the events they're paying for and no events that they didn't pay for. They just wanted to be fun. They want everybody to have a good time, everybody to be comfortable. And I'm sure they pay for they want a level of luxury that they feel like they paying for. You know what I'm saying? And so that's pretty much what that is. So Friday night, of course they have dinner, and like legit, they're on wait staff. Like, the coordinators are setting up the tables, and it looks like it's a formal dining room setting with all of the knives, forks, plates, spoons. If you've ever been to a formal dinner, y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, I took my etiquette classes, so I know which fork to use first, second, third. I know what each bowl is for. I know what each plate is for. I know. All you gotta do is start from the outside and go in. Nobody asked you. Did I tell you stay out my video?
But don't be all bougie with the people. I'm trying to give them the shortcut.
Stay out my video. Sorry, y'all. My niece is still here. I swear I'm about to send her to her grandmother's house. Anyway, but seriously, though, what I'm saying, though, is it's a lot to set up, though, even if you know what each thing does. So anyway, they was setting up the tables and stuff. And they met with the staff. And like I said, Glenn is meeting with a whole different staff because Glenn is not on the same staff this weekend. So, honey, Glenn had a whole separate meeting. Child, now, Monica, you didn't have to keep reminding people what you do and don't do. You ain't have to remind people that this is the last time you done swept a floor because you have a maid that comes and cleans your apartment. You ain't have to remind people that you don't know nothing about wait staff because you ain't never worked in food service. You ain't have to remind the people of that. You could have just went on about your business, but okay. So we have this conversation where Adam is trying to figure out the deal with Sophia. What we're realizing is that Adam is not this player that they tried to convince us in those first couple of episodes that he was. Adam is an awkward geek. That is what Adam is, okay? Because he really doesn't seem like he knows what to do when there's a girl he likes. It's like he really doesn't get it. So Neely is kind of giving him some advice and kind of saying, listen, I done talked to Sophia, and this is what it is. This is how she feels. Why don't you do it like this? Why don't you talk to her like that? Monica comes in with her food, and Monica just busts in the conversation, and she starts giving Adam her advice. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with both of y'all giving advice. However, the problem is, Monica, everybody else's opinion ain't wrong. It's just not. And it's funny because, anyway, I'm not going to say that. But everybody's opinion ain't wrong, Monica. So just because Neely is saying something that's contrary to what you're saying, I get it that you know Adam and you've known Adam for a long time. I get it that you feel like you have some inside information. But Neely got some inside information too because, like she said, she talks to Sophia every day. So everybody's opinion is valid, and it's just like anything else. You know, opinions are just like, you know what? Everybody got one. Adam has to take the information that he feels is best for what it is he's going to do. But Monica, you were coming off of that. I've been defending you all season, Monica. I've been defending you all season. But you did come off a little condescending, and you did come off very dismissive of what Neely was trying to say. Because you were talking about something, make a plan, and let's figure this plan out. Ain't nobody trying to do all that, Monica. Ain't nobody trying to do. Don't nobody need to make no plan. Your point was valid about, listen, I really like you, and this is more than just a summer fling for me. How we gonna make this work? You in New York, I'm in Connecticut. What we gonna do? But all of that, let's sit down and make a plan. Like, no, ain't nobody doing all that, child. No. So I kind of felt like I kind of was with Neely. I was kind of with Neely on that, and you know, Monica, you were very dismissive of how Neely felt. Like I said, I've been rocking with you. I done had your back on a lot of this, but on this one, this episode, you probably ain't gonna like me, Monica, because I wasn't with you on this one. I really wasn't with you. So anyway, that was Friday night. So Saturday morning, of course, it's all about getting set up for the wedding. You know, Glenn was on 5:30 breakfast, coffee duty, and they made him have to pick his partner. I said, ooh, y'all dirty. But Sophia went with him. I don't know if she volunteered or he asked her, but either way, they were doing coffee duty, and they were like zombies. But that would have been me, child, because I ain't seen 5:30 since 5:30 didn't see me. I hadn't seen 5:30 before the COVID. I damn sure ain't seen 5:30, child. Anyway, so they all get their assignments for the day, and Glenn and Monica get stuck on cabin duty. That was a fancy word for housekeeping. And I'm with Monica. What the hell did I do? Like, I know why Glenn got housekeeping. Why I got housekeeping? Shit. But Monica, you wasn't happy doing food service. So I don't think there was a job that you would have been happy doing, child. Anyway, but they did it. They set up, you know, they were getting set up for the wedding, and they were doing it. You know what I mean? They showed the guests having a good time, and it was nice. Okay, it was blah 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 da 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 da. So everybody is getting ready for the wedding, child, and this is where I would have quit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. When they came in there and they asked, what's his name? Niles and Glenn to pick up poop because it was poop down by where the wedding was. First of all, y'all ain't see that damn poop before y'all put them damn chairs down and set up for the wedding. Y'all couldn't clean that area out before y'all had. Second of all, let me tell you, like, and this is like no joke. My stomach would not have been able to handle that. Like my stomach, I couldn't do it. I would not have been able to do. Like I literally would have thrown up. Nope. Nope. And y'all know I don't even like now like that. But even I was like, nope. But I give it to them. They was troopers. They did it. You know, they made it happen. So we have the wedding. Everything is cool. And then Adam decides that he wants to try to have a moment with Sophia. And he actually got permission. I give him credit. He got permission because, you know, they were all like, can you stay out my show? Oh, sorry. But, you know, he got permission from Gary, you know, who was the guy that was coordinating the whole wedding thing. He got permission from him to have his little moment. So he had some champagne and some candles. He even got some cupcakes. And, you know, he set up a little area. And he went and got Sophia and took her down. And basically it was like, will you be my girlfriend? Okay, yeah, okay, we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna try to date. Now, in the meantime and in between time, we've still been dealing with Gavin and this whole situation. And I'm gonna say the same thing I said last week. Sophia, you playing games. Because now Adam said that y'all had a conversation. Adam said that y'all had a conversation. And he let you know. Now, I don't know how that conversation went. I feel like maybe, Adam, you weren't as clear as maybe you needed to be. But somehow he said that y'all got it cleared up and you understood how he felt about the whole Gavin situation. So my thing is, if you understood how he felt about the whole Gavin situation, Sophia, that was on you to put your foot down and let Gavin know, this isn't cool. You being disrespectful and I don't appreciate it. When he first saw you and he licked your face, like, that's not cool. That wasn't cute. It wasn't funny, and it's not cool. When Gary came and got y'all and it was time for y'all to go decorate the cabin, and it was you know, Gavin and Sophia gonna call Gavin babe. Like, I understand that that's small stuff, but if Adam already told you that he didn't necessarily feel comfortable with the relationship between you and Gavin because he felt Gavin was a little too flirty, then I really feel like, out of respect for Adam, you should have checked Gavin. I just do. That's how I feel about it. It wasn't Adam's place to check Gavin. It was your place to check Gavin. And Gavin, you a motherfucker because you were wrong. And you were playing games and you were purposely trying to go at him. You was wrong for that. That's some bitch shit. And I said it last week and I continue to say it. You was wrong. Anyway, so later on that night, you know, they getting ready for the reception and everything. And Monica is going to come to Neely and say, can we have that conversation that we needed to have last night? Monica, here's where you were wrong. Neely said no. Period. Neely said no. She was nice about it in the beginning. Then she was a little bit more forceful. And then you basically created a situation where you pretty much bullied that woman into having a conversation with you that didn't need to be had. Monica, here's the thing. Because I'm one of these people. In this situation, I am Neely. Everything don't need a conversation. Everything doesn't need to have a moment or resolution. See, that's the therapist in you coming out. Sometimes people just don't fucking like each other, and it's okay. Everybody don't have to get along. All we got to do is be respectful of each other in a work environment. I had to have this conversation with a coworker once before. This bitch went to the principal and basically told the principal that I wouldn't be her friend. And I told her and the principal, I said, listen, all I have to do is be workroom respectful to you. I do not have to like you. We do not have to be friends. We are not going to walk up out of here singing Kumbaya. And I'm really pissed off that you went to my boss to make me be friends with you. Monica, you were wrong for that. Like, you were really wrong. And on that one, you lost some points, Monica, because that whole scene was unnecessary. And you bullied that woman. You bullied her into having that conversation with you. And then in the conversation, she kept trying to tell you, look, we just don't like each other. It's okay. And you know what, Monica? It is. It's okay. I don't feel like Neely was disrespectful to you. I do feel like Niles was disrespectful to you, and that's why I dug in Niles the way I did. But Neely has basically just been, I feel like, just trying to stay the hell out your way. But anyway, That's how I felt about that, Monica. You was wrong, in my opinion, and that whole moment was wrong, and you were being a bully in that moment. Um, then Adam got in his feelings because he felt some kind of way about the whole babe situation. So him and Sophia had a moment where they were sitting by the campfire, and he had an attitude, and Sophia was like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" Now, Adam, on this one, this is one of my pet peeves. If I know something is wrong with you and I'm asking what's wrong, for you to keep telling me nothing's wrong, it pisses me off. And that's what happened with Sophia. Sophia got pissed off because she knew something was wrong and you wouldn't talk to her about it. Now, on the flip side, Sophia, I feel like you knew what was wrong. I do. I feel like you knew what was wrong, Sophia. But anyway, that became a moment. Monica was like, look, you need to just talk to her. Like, y'all just need to talk this shit out. It's crazy. Y'all need to just go and talk to each other. And that's pretty much what the damn episode ended. It's to be continued. Next week is the season finale. So we're going to see how this is all resolved. But, y'all did it for me this weekend, honey. I mean, tonight. Like, that whole episode was a mess. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.